Imagine an ancient, 75-foot-long megalodon, once thought to be extinct, hidden deep in the ocean's uncharted trenches, waiting to awaken. For millions of years, it has thrived in the dark abyss, far from human reach. But now, the impossible has happened. The Meg is back, breaking through the ocean's surface, unleashing an unimaginable terror on everything in its path. When a deep-sea submersible team is trapped at the bottom of the Mariana Trench, they encounter the prehistoric predator and fight for survival against the most deadly creature ever to roam the earth. Before we dive into the epic adventure, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to become part of the Recap Scope family. Here, we bring you the best movies in history, presented in the most beautiful and thrilling way possible. The camera opens with an aerial shot of a vast, clear ocean, calm and pristine. The Argo, a deep-sea submersible, glides smoothly beneath the waves. Inside, a team of scientists and explorers, including Dr. Zhang and Dr. Heller, prepare to dive deeper than anyone has before to explore the uncharted Mariana Trench. The atmosphere is calm, with soft conversations and distant chatter about the unprecedented nature of their mission. The crew is unaware of the immense danger lurking below. As the submersible descends into the abyss, the lights flicker momentarily. The ocean around them begins to grow darker. The sub reaches new depths, and the scientists begin their survey. Suddenly, the calm is shattered. The sonar system begins to beep erratically. The crew gasps as a massive shape appears on the screen, a shape too large to be any known creature. Before anyone can process the information, the sub is violently shaken. The hull groans and cracks. A massive force slams into the sub, knocking the crew off their feet. The exterior camera shows a glimpse of a gigantic shark-like creature, a Megalodon, its massive jaws clamping onto the submersible with terrifying force. The crew's screams echo inside the sub as it's pulled apart. The lights go out. The darkness consumes them. The camera transitions to a sunlit beach. Jonas Taylor, the only man who has previously faced the Megalodon, sits alone at a seaside cafe. His face is weathered, hardened by years of guilt and regret. He watches the horizon, lost in thought. He's retired from the world of danger, far removed from the horrors of the deep. Suddenly, a man approaches and silently places a folder in front of Jonas. Jonas opens the folder, revealing sonar images of a massive creature, one that could only be a Megalodon. Jonas's face hardens. His past is coming back to haunt him. The images flash through his mind. Those dark depths, the creature, the screams. He knows that the Megalodon is back, and it's not going to stop until it's destroyed everything in its path. He stands up, looks one last time at the peaceful ocean, and walks toward his fate. Jonas is called back into action, reluctantly joining the team at Mana 1, a high-tech research vessel. They are preparing to launch a new mission into the Mariana Trench. Their goal: investigate a newly discovered layer beneath the ocean floor, a hidden world deep and dangerous. The camera shows the Mana 1 cutting through the ocean. Jonas, now part of the team, stands at the helm, looking out at the water. His mind is sharp alert. The ship begins its descent. The atmosphere inside the ship is tense. The team is on edge, knowing they're about to dive into unknown territory. As they descend, the sonar begins to register an abnormal reading, a large, moving mass. The crew becomes alert, the calm suddenly turning to anxiety. A sudden jolt. The ship is struck. The massive creature, the Megalodon, strikes the ship. It crashes through the metal hull, tearing apart the systems. The submersible is launched into the depths. Chaos erupts as the crew fights to stay alive. The crew is desperate as the massive predator begins circling, preparing to attack again. The ship's sensors flash red. Everything's failing. Jonas is quick to act. urging the crew to deploy the emergency systems. But it's too late. The Megalodon attacks with brutal force, destroying everything in its path. The ship barely survives, but they know that the creature is out there, hunting them. The camera cuts to the surface of the water. The Mana 1 is afloat, the crew still trying to assess the damage. The massive shadow of the Meg looms beneath, moving just below the surface, far too fast for their systems to track. Jonas orders the team to deploy a rescue mission to save those trapped in the wreckage. As the small speedboats leave the ship, the Megalodon strikes again. It surfaces with terrifying force, its massive body emerging from the depths, jaws wide open. The speedboats are tossed aside like toys as the Megalodon emerges from the water, snapping its jaws at anything in its path. The crew scrambles to escape, the Meg continuing its relentless assault on the helpless boats. Jonas dives into the water to try and draw the creature away. The chase is on. Jonas, inside a small submersible, descends into the depths. His task is clear: track and capture the Meg. The submersible moves swiftly through the cold, dark water, the only light coming from its powerful searchlights. Suddenly, a deep rumbling shakes the sub. Jonas's sonar picks up the massive shape of the Meg. It's coming for him. He braces himself as the Meg's shadow grows larger, darker, closer. The creature attacks. Its massive body slams into the submersible, shaking it violently. The sub's control systems go haywire. Jonas struggles to regain control as the Meg continues its assault, its teeth clashing against the metal of the sub. The chase continues, Jonas using all his skill to evade the creature's lethal jaws. His heart races. He knows the Meg is too powerful, too relentless. But he also knows that if they don't stop it now, it will destroy everything. He must survive. They must survive. Jonas comes face to face with the Meg in a massive underwater canyon. The creature, furious and wounded, emerges from the shadows, its teeth bared in a deadly display. Jonas, determined, maneuvers his submersible into position, using the narrow canyon walls to his advantage. The Meg charges, but Jonas is ready. He uses the environment to force the Meg into a confined space, trapping it momentarily. The Meg thrashes violently, trying to escape. The sub's sensors go haywire. The creature is too powerful. Jonas pushes the sub to its limits, launching harpoons and firing everything he can at the beast. The final moments are a flurry of action, metal grinding against teeth, explosions, and roaring. The Megalodon, despite its size, is driven to desperation. Finally, Jonas makes the decision. He ejects from the submersible and swims into the fray. The ocean churns with the Meg's furious movements, but Jonas, using every ounce of his strength and skill, drives a harpoon into the creature's eye. The Meg roars in agony, thrashing one last time before sinking into the depths. The silence that follows is deafening. The camera shows Jonas, exhausted and battered, floating among the wreckage, watching the dark ocean where the Megalodon once was. The surviving crew emerges from the water, battered but alive. They look to the ocean, their faces etched with relief, but also with the knowledge that what they've faced may not be the last of its kind. The camera focuses on Jonas, who stands alone at the edge of the ship, gazing into the vast, endless ocean. The battle is over, but the ocean is still a mysterious, dangerous place. As the camera zooms out, Jonas's silhouette fades into the distance, the ocean continuing to stretch out before him. The story is over, but the abyss remains. All right, folks, if you made it this far, congratulations on surviving the epic Megalodon adventure. Now, before you dive back into the deep, don't forget to give us a big thumbs up, drop a comment below, and of course, hit that subscribe button on Recap Scope so you never miss out on more wild stories. Until next time, stay safe, avoid giant sharks, and and we'll see you in the next video.